Yep. You already know what it is. Southpaw slick. I'm saying we ain't even gonna say live at work anymore because by the time I put it up, it's not even live anymore, right? So I'm saying Southpaw slick at my occupation. And of course, I didn't do a video yesterday because we had a day off. To acknowledge the holiday. Because it's like, okay, Christmas was on Sunday. So I mean, it really don't count because that day's off anyway. So they gave us Monday off. But back at it. I'm sure you guys already seen it all over the place on social media, on YouTube, on your local news station. But we're talking about the verdict. Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez was found guilty of all 3 charges. And today's video is going to be about the aftermath. I'm saying, talking about the individuals that were involved, their careers going from here on out, and the public, both on and offline, especially online, because everybody got an S on their chest in that comment section. And I'm saying we're definitely going to talk about all of these. First and foremost, Tory Lanez, guilty of all 3 charges. It's very unfortunate. That it had to happen. But if he was genuinely in the wrong of shooting Meg, then it is what it is. I got to deal with that. Yes, that's an artist that I'm very fond of. At least the ones that came out in recent memory, like the last 10 years. He's definitely probably like top 5 on that list, easily for me. But still, it is what it is. He was found guilty. I don't know if he's going to, try to get an appeal. We'll find out. But as of now, he's incarcerated and he'll be actually sentenced on January 27th, I believe. Last I checked. Meg, it was very unfortunate that she had to go through all the public backlash, the shooting itself, the trauma that she had to deal with afterwards. It's good that she got some justice. I'm glad a black woman got some justice. And with Kelsey, it is what it is. Kelsey, it is what it is. It's like, we don't know if she's telling the truth. We don't know if she's lying. She pled the 5th, was granted immunity. She's associated with 1501, Carl Crawford, and Kelsey's husband, I believe. I don't want to say baby dad. I think it's her husband. I could be wrong. She wasn't playing chess or checkers. She was playing shogi. Like I said, she knew what she was doing. But since I got all that out the way, bringing up Kelsey, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. But like I said in the first video I made about this situation, I'm not taking any sides. I'm not on Tory's side. I'm not on Meg's side. I'm not on Kelsey's side. Everybody lied. Everybody lied. Tory lied. Meg lied. Kelsey lied. When I say I might face some flack, it's probably because I still think that Kelsey is the one that shot Meg. I'm saying just the way the stories are, well, not really adding up, but the way everybody was explaining everything and, the witnesses, all the people that testified, it's just pointing at her. You know what I mean? Is with Tory, he was just easier to throw under the bus. He was easier to sacrifice. And now it comes back to his father amping outside of the courtroom. Jay-Z and Rock Nation, and they paid those judges off, the jury off, and everything. I'm saying he could be right about that. He could be right about that, but he can also be wrong about it too, right? And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if Tory does try to get an appeal that he'll get out. But I'll tell you one thing. When Tory does get sentenced, I believe he's going to do 5 years, 3 to 5 years. He's not going to do 22 years. He's not doing 22 years. No. I'm saying, for one, it's not attempted murder, because he shot, like below the knee. So it's not attempted murder. Yes, he was carrying a firearm. I don't know if he had a permit for it or not. Probably not. But like I said, but just based on the shooting itself, because it wasn't an attempted murder and it was just, like a negligent shot, he's probably going to do 3 to 5 years. Definitely face deportation and conflated with a possible ban. Like, he can never come back to the U.S. Basically, they're going to pull a shine on him. He's going to do his time here because it's within jurisdiction, right? So he's going to do his time here. He's going to get released. ISIS is going to kick in. They're going to send his ass right back to Canada, and he's not going to be allowed back into the U.S. That's what's going to happen. If he doesn't get an appeal, that's what's going to happen. Absolutely. Now, the aftermath. Careers. Kelsey. Now, we're going to get to that part. I'm saying, as far as the social media and the court of public opinion, we're going to get to that part. But let's say with Kelsey, from both men and women, is definitely getting a side eye. A lot of people are looking at her with a side eye because of her pleading the fifth and getting that immunity. So Kelsey is not necessarily in the clear, but because she's not, in the forefront, like, you don't see her like that. She's more like a background or a micro celeb. So she's only famous because of Meg, right? Megan made her famous. But like I said, she's going to fall back, take care of her kid, and enjoy the bag with her husband. But she's definitely going to be looked at with a side eye. People are going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They're not going to look at her like they're looking at Meg. At least most women and some men. Definitely women in the LGBT. Meg has a ton of support from both of them, which is perfectly fine. I'm saying she's a victim. She was a victim. I believed her from the get-go. I believed she was shot, wrongfully shot. I just don't believe Tory's the one that did it. But that's my opinion. It is what it is. And I know I'm going to get flack for it. Like I said a few minutes ago. Whatever. It is what it is. Meg, on the other hand, thankfully, she can go about her business. She can go back to doing her music, her or whatever else, like she was on Saturday Night Live. She was on the She-Hulk show, so she might get some roles. Her career is going to be okay. However, it's not going to be the same. Look at all the vitriol she had to deal with from people in the industry, the music industry in particular. I'm saying Joe Budden. Yes, he apologized, but still, Joe Budden, Lil Duval, Drake, and countless others. If you want to count DJ Academics, well, that's more so on the social side. We'll get to that. I'm saying some people are not going to want to work with her because they look at her like she's in the wrong. a lot of the men that were listening to her, they might not, like the ones that are pro Tory, they might not rock with her. Me, I'm going to listen to Meg. I'm going to listen to Meg. If she puts out some hot shit, I'm going to listen to it. Definitely. I'm still going to listen to Tory Lanez. I'm just not going to listen to certain songs. Like some of that Daystar shit I can't listen to because it sounds like cap right now. But thankfully, he has a very extensive catalog, and there's definitely some music I can bump. It's the same thing with R. Kelly. I never stopped listening to R. Kelly. I am never going to stop listening to R. Kelly. I can separate the artists from the music. I can separate the artists from the art. Like I said, I can be like, fuck R. Kelly, fuck Tory Lanez, but that music is fire, and I'm still going to listen to it. It is what it is. But Meg, on the other hand, she's going to be able to have a little bit of success, but she's not going to do the same numbers as she once did. I believe this trial, unfortunately, set her back and is going to cause her career to plateau, to peak right here. She's not going to get any higher than this because of the situation, which is very, very unfortunate. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. I'm just pure speculation, but that's what I think is going to happen. Because when it comes to social media and the court of public opinion, they're going to hold this against her. You know what I mean? Like the people that are like super pro Tory, they're going to be like, like, nah, like I can't rock with her. You know what I mean? And this is some women too that are on Tory side. So it's like, she definitely is going to lose a lot of support. She'll gain a lot of support. But like I said, she's not going to do the same numbers she once did. Like I said, she'll be able to have some success, but it's not going to be like it was. Now, getting to the fun part, the public. Social media allowed this gender war to rear its ugly head. It's insane. I can't tell you the comment sections I've been seeing on Instagram, the tweets I've seen on Twitter, the comment section on Facebook, YouTube. It's definitely gender biased. All the men, the majority of the men are pro-Tory. The majority of women are pro-Meg, and they're very adamant about that. Even after the verdict, I've been seeing a lot of free Tories, umbrella emojis from both men and women, mostly men. And of course, with Meg, it's like, oh, that little leprechaun. Oh, he's finally going to get what he deserves. Oh, Meg this, Meg, yep, hot girls, we winning. We winning right now. Meg won. She's innocent. Oh, protect black women. You guys don't protect black. You know that one was going to happen. So I'm saying that's all I've been seeing on social media. That's all I've been seeing. Like I said, it's like the back and forth. Everybody's still going back and forth. And it's not going to stop. People are going to talk about this going into next year and so on. Like, 2023 is definitely going to be, I say, continuing this combo because it was so fucking outrageous. We waited over 2 years for this, and like I said, and a lot of people have a lot of built up tension. You know what I mean? Like, even more so. I'm saying it's going to get really hectic from here on out. And like I said, even if Tory was found innocent, like I said in the previous video, he would have had the OJ effect. Like, the majority of women and some men, they would have been like, well, Tory wasn't exonerated of all charges. The judge exculpated Tory of all charges, meaning that, yeah, he was found not guilty, but that doesn't mean that he's innocent, that he ain't do it. You know what I mean? That's how it would have turned out. That's definitely how it would have turned out. And I'm saying, you see the men, they are trying to impugn Meg's initial claim of Tory shooting her, or her just being shot in general. Like, oh, that bitch, oh, she wasn't shot. Oh, she still stepped on that glass. Like, people, like, after the verdict, still bringing up the glass situation. even though it was proven she had bullet fragments in her foot, right? Like, oh, well, she just stepped on glass. I'm saying perfect example. The interview, which you guys should definitely check out, the interview with Armand Wiggins and Milagro Grams. Armand Wiggins, he's part of the LGBT, pro Meg. Milagro Grams, who's a baddie, by the way, is a woman who is pro Tory and still is pro Tory, right? I'm just glad they were able to put aside their differences and give us a good interview. But like I said, this is going to be crazy, like from here on out. I'm saying, but when it comes down to it, the judge, the jury, they corroborated Meg's initial claim that Tory shot her. They all co-signed it. He was guilty by everyone. Guilty, according to his lawyer. And that's it. It is what it is. Tory lost. Meg won. She got her justice. Now, did Tory get his? Did he get his justice or just due? Just due, meaning he legitimately is guilty of shooting her. Like, it's undeniably, like he absolutely did it, no matter what. Like I said, so that would be his just due, which would be right, more than right. I'm saying if he legitimately shot her, he needs to go to jail, prison, and face the consequences, the legal ramifications that he deserves. That's it. Or didn't get his justice, meaning he really is innocent. Kelsey is guilty, but he has to take the fall because it fits the narrative and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes in the industry, like with Jay-Z and Roc Nation. And you got to think about it. Jay-Z has an insane amount of power. Like I said, an insane amount of power. Okay, like he said a long time ago, you don't really want it with Hov. For the record, I put a couple careers on hold. You can't be next, kid. So it could be that. Who knows? But the verdict still stands. We'll see if Tory tries to get an appeal. We'll see what happens from here on out as far as with the public. But break is pretty much over. So Southpaw Slick, I'm out.